Hi guys, I am here filming a couple videos at once because I have the time, the kids are quiet. And this part of my dining room slash homeschool room is pretty well cleaned up at the moment. So, I wanted to show you guys what came in the mail today. We are using Singapore Math with Drayden. And if there's a lot of noise in the background, I'm sorry. The furnace keeps kicking on and off, and the dishwasher's running. But if I didn't do this, it was probably not going to happen. So we're using Singapore Math with Drayden. And we just finished 1A. Now, he is very advanced in math, and I probably could have thrown him in third, and he would have caught up. But I feel like, especially with Singapore, I don't need to close that now. I feel like, especially with Singapore, it's really important that you go from the beginning up. We finished the first half in November, December, January. 2.5 months. So there were times we definitely did a couple of lessons a day. It's stuffy. If he catches on quick, I don't take the time to go through it all. But this time, along with 3 books you need for each section, the Home Instructor's Guide. You could teach it without it, but you're not going to teach it very well. That's my personal opinion. The workbook and the textbook. We use the US edition. It shows it here and here. For some reason, I don't show it on these, but it is the same thing. At least it was last time. Then we have our Singapore Math Intensive Practice. This is new. I got this because oftentimes he goes through it very quickly. The lesson. And this has a lot of harder problems in it that will hopefully keep him interested. And it's just for 1B. So all of this stuff correlates to the stuff he's going to be learning in 1B. So for pages 1 through 5, it looks like I can use those in addition to the lessons that are comparing numbers. And we did a couple of these in the car today. And they were really liking them. Like this one. Boxes A, B, and C each contain some marbles. Box A has 7 more marbles than box B. Box B has 5 fewer marbles than box C. Box C has 12 marbles. How many marbles are in box A? And he had it figured out very quickly. So here's the one thing I found. For whatever reason, this page isn't cut. There's a few of them like that. Like, look, the inside is pages, and I'm gonna have to go through and cut this part. And it's like that on that one, and this one, and then it stops. And I hope that the rest is not like that. You get your answer key in the back, and it just goes through a lot of stuff. It goes through money, it goes through number bonds, it goes through telling time. And just like in the Singapore way. So some of it, yeah, is just like, what is this time? What is this time? What is this time? But also a lot of it is word problems. It's learning how to solve word problems without it being a big deal. Anyway, so I'm excited for that. And then, if we just look through the Home Instructor's Guide really quick here, I could do a walkthrough of this at some point if you guys would like that. But in the beginning, it always has your scheme of work. And it gives you the weeks that it thinks you should complete them. But if you look, sometimes you get 5, but you usually don't. So like here, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and then for graphs, you're starting the second week. And then that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the third week. 1, 2, 3, and then the next week. So we always do a lesson a day. We never don't do a lesson a day. And sometimes we could do 2 easily. So it looks like we have comparing numbers, graphs, numbers to 40, multiplication, he's going to like getting into that, division, making halves and quarters, telling time, I hear my kid, I have no idea where he's at, telling time numbers to 100, which does like addition, subtraction, all that, and then money, and that's it. And so each lesson, though, I'll just show you that quick. So each lesson you start with this page where it kind of just tells you a little bit about what you're going to be doing and the materials you're going to need for that lesson, which in this case is objects to count, number cards 1 to 10, linking cubes, counters, and playing cards, which are all things we needed last time too. And then you have your first thing, which it actually looks like our first thing in this book is reviewing. So I suppose, I don't know why that is actually, because it's jumping straight from one book to the next, and we have a whole review we have to do Friday, but that's okay. And there's just one lesson for comparing numbers review, and then we get to comparison by subtraction, which has a couple different, it has 2 units. So far though, this book is well made and everything. And then the textbook. I'm so impressed with this textbook. I think it looks so much better even than our last textbook. The beginning is just kind of basic counting, and we won't really go through a lot of that, honestly. Or we will just run through it quick. And then we have this. And then you get to the money. And you know, my 7-year-old used to know his money very well, but he's struggling lately with telling the coins apart. There's clocks. Let me get back to the money here. But see how colorful that is? And it's just so nicely explained, I think. I was trying to find the money part. There it is. Look how nicely they separated the way the coins look. See that? I just feel like it's going to be easier for him to be able to tell what those are. And then you have the workbook. So every day you go through the textbook with them. We do not write in the textbook. And then after that you'll have some exercises to do in your book. It starts out again simple. Are there more butterflies than flowers? Or there are more butterflies than flowers, yes or no? Working on bigger number bonds here. Here we're circling groups, so that'll be multiplication. Instead of just saying multiply this, it says there are 10 children, circled groups of 2. There are 18 boats, circled groups of 3. And then there are blank groups of 3. I like that. And then this is just going to be really easy for him, honestly. This clock thing, he has been telling time since he was 2. But any curriculum you get, is going to have telling time in basic numbers. I was really hoping, for math problems, like word problems that went with the time. But that's not what I'm getting. Maybe in the next year. I ordered a bunch of other things as well. And when they come in, I will show them to you too. One of the things I ordered was Math Mammoth. And that's not because I don't like Singapore. I ordered grade 3, I think, Math Mammoth. 2 or 3. I just feel like he might need something more challenging sometimes. So those are our 4 books that we will be using for math. I don't believe, other than Math Mammoth, I did not order any other math books. I feel like this is pretty comprehensive, and especially with the intensive practice. I was kind of struggling with having to print out extra things all the time. But I think that this will help me to not have to do that. I will just do the ones that go with the lesson that we're doing, and that will give him the little extra work he needs. That's just a little bit more challenging than what's in the workbook. And I guess probably you can't substitute the intensive practice for the workbook. But But the textbook gives you, or I mean the instructor's guide gives you the pages. So like I know that on the first day I'm going to need to be on page 6 in the textbook, and I'm going to be on exercise 1 and 2 in here. Thanks for watching, guys. That was my flip through of Singapore Math 1B. And if you guys want to see more things like that, just let me know. I'm very into Singapore Math, so I would be happy to do walkthroughs or a lesson or whatever. Do a lesson with us kind of thing. Just let me know. So we will see you guys later. Thanks for watching again, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Bye, guys.